arkadaşlar. Sokrates trial görevine başlıyoruz şimdilik. Focus'te hemen Fast Travel'ın Focus'teki şöyle biraz yavaş yapayım. Fast Travel'ın hemen yanında. Şurada altta. Bakalım nerelere yolculuk yapacağız. Vay, enteresan.
I'm here to see Sokrates.
Cassandra!
You know who I am?
Of course I do. Sokrates never stops talking about you.
And you are?
His wife, of course. I'm Xantippe.
Sokrates never told me he had a wife.
Typical. The only time he's quiet is when he's eating. Yet he can't find time to mention me.
So where is Sokrates? I got a note that said to meet him here.
That's what I'd like to know. He went to another symposium last night, and he didn't come home after.
Sounds like a good place to start looking.
I was just about to head there myself. Come, keep me company.
How long have you and Sokrates been married?
It's been quite some time now.
What is it about him that you love so much?
Love is not a word I'd use.
Bakalım ek görev mi yaptı? Sokrates trial'i üste aldı, ayırdı. Tamam. Devam
Frustrates
edelim.
me to no end.
That doesn't surprise me.
Even so, it's worth the frustration. His mind is like no other. Not to mention, he's quite a good lover.
That is not something I wanted to picture. It must be why Alcibiades seems so infatuated with him.
Don't mention that name around me. Always coming by drunk, sending Socrates gifts like giant cakes.
I didn't know.
It's fine.
Bugün kavuşacak mıyız Sokrates'e acaba?
Xantippe over here. Xantippe,
What is it?
Sokrates. They took him away. They said he was under arrest.
For what?
I have no idea. We were just talking after the symposium. I'd say go ask him yourself, but he'll be guarded. They took him southeast of here.
That fool! I knew this would happen to him one day.
I'll find him. Don't worry.
This is his doing. It's best to let these things run their course.
Tabii ki Sokrates'i
I need to find out what happened.
kurtarmak bizim işimiz. Buraya kilitlenmiş Sokrates. Tamam. Dışarıda şurada biri daha var. Hepsini öldürecek değiliz. Hemen üstümüzü değiştirelim. Şöyle assassin kıyafetine geçelim. Bakalım ne diyecek bize Sokrates. Tabii kapının içinde Sokrates'i bulabilirsek.
Cassandra, what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same.
Well, here I am. Though I'm more curious about how you are here. The guards let you in?
We've known each other a long time now. You know how I got in here.
You've taught me that the blade can sometimes be necessary. But I don't think this was one of those times.
I was worried about you.
Your care is appreciated, but if you had waited only a bit longer, I'm sure my trial would have taken place and I'd be free.
You're not going to trial. We're getting you out of here.
I understand your concern, but what good would escaping do other than prove I'm guilty? No. In fact, I'm looking forward to this trial.
You would
Evet.
go to trial just to prove you can convince them of your innocence?
Exactly. You have your ways to find excitement, and I have mine.
What were you arrested for?
I haven't the slightest idea.
And that doesn't bother you?
Sometimes understanding does not come at the moment we would like. More importantly, this is giving me the necessary time to think.
About?
I went to see the Pythia, and she told me there is none wiser than me. An intriguing thought, and one I've been unable to stop thinking about.
Sokrates. The Pythia is...
It matters not what you believe she is or she isn't. I must examine not only her words, but my own self as well. I know nothing, so how could I be called wise?
What does that have to do with being locked up?
I believe my time here and this trial may help me find the answer. I will be fine. Trust me.
Since you won't leave with me, I'll go see the Pythia myself.
That's not necessary.
I'll find out why she told you that.
Evet,
I won't
Sokrates'in
let you go to trial, even if you think you'll be found innocent.
o zamanın din adamlarına
Come
göre
back when I have what I need.
gençleri dinden çıkarttığı için, yani bugünkü yobaz dincilerin yaptığı gibi, hani güya tanrıları kendi anlıyor. Yorum yapan insanlara baktıkları gözle Sokrates'e de bakıyorlar. Gençleri uyandırdığı için, kurulmuş din düzenini bozması için, bozduğu için daha doğrusu. Sokrates'i de siyaseten yakalatmışlar ve idam ettirecekler. Daha doğrusu yargılanacak önce sanırım.
No one notices me here.
Evet, bu quest complete oldu ve diğerine bakalım. Sokrates trial. Nerede görev yerimiz? Şurada. Bu tarafa geleceğiz. Hemen Grand Montparnasse ya da burada Apollo Tapınağı'na gidiyoruz. Bakalım. Sanırım bu rahip tayfası bu işi yapmış. Kültistin şeyi de aynı zamanda bu rahip. Köpeğiydi de işte.
Oh no, not you.
You remember me?
Just
Ya
go. I'm too old for this.
hatırlar bizi. Hatırlamaz mı? Kurdukları din düzenini patlatmıştık.
I have you now!
Hmm, 11 metre aşağıda. İçeriye girdik. Teşkilatçılar. Bunlar hep böyle organizasyon işleri var. Yobaz dincilerin.
There might be a bit of blood when you go upstairs.
You again?
I'm here for a different reason.
After last time, they tortured me. I thought they were going to kill me, just like I told you. It hurt so badly. I begged for death.
I didn't mean for that to happen.
Just hurry and tell me what you want.
There's something you need to know. The cult is dead.
What do you mean,
Evet.
they're dead?
Just that. I've killed them all.
Haberi yok bunun bağlı olduğu teşkilatı
You may have
temizlediğimizden.
unmasked those who made the decisions, but the cult did not die with them. Their beliefs will live on.
Then I'll find and kill whoever follows them.
That is not a possible task. Now, tell me what you want.
You told Sokrates something, and I want to know why.
Questioning why the Pythia speaks is a strange thing.
I know why you speak, and I know who controls your voice. Tell me why the cult had you tell Sokrates he's the wisest.
The cult didn't tell me to say that. I did that on my own.
Tell me the truth, or I'll force you to.
I gain nothing by lying to you. If you and Sokrates are close, you are my ally in this as well.
An ally for what?
I know much of Sokrates. Not only has he visited me often, but his students do as well.
Get to the point.
You know the gods don't speak through me. I feel Sokrates is the one who can convince others of this. If he succeeds, the cult will have no more need for me.
So you're hoping he comes to the conclusion that the gods don't exist?
It matters not if Sokrates believes they exist. He needs simply to doubt that the gods speak through me.
This is getting complicated.
Whatever you do, you can't tell Sokrates.
I understand. He has to come to the answer on his own.
Exactly. Although, if you truly wish to help Sokrates, a student of his came by not long before you. He seemed distraught.
Distraught?
He was clutching a book tightly to his chest and kept looking over his shoulder. He told me he was going into a tomb nearby until things were safe.
Thank you. I'll find him.
Evet, bulalım bakalım. Seninle var ya işim bitmedi ama
The oracle is done for the day.
This is it.
tamam. Bildiğimiz yerler. Bak şaşaya bak. Bu askerler bunları koruyormuş güya. Bunlar hep zenginlik göstergesi. Ne yapacaklarını bilemiyorlar paradan. Bakayım buradan daha derini görebilir miyiz? Evet, başka. Şurada. Neyse. Hızlı bir giriş yapalım.
Find the boy and take the puppy.
Sorry for saying
What was that?
nothing.
Vardır buralarda bir yerlerde bunların. Geçidi bir şey. Orada yoksa buradadır.
You don't need to be scared now. I'm not with them.
That doesn't mean you won't kill me. You just want this for yourself.
I'm a friend of Sokrates.
You are? Prove it.
I'm not proving anything to you. I just saved your life and I'm here to help.
Okay, if you say so.
Why were those men after you?
For some reason, they wanted these writings of Socrates's. Well, I wrote them, but it's all his words.
That seems like a strange thing to want.
One of them had a big mouth. He mentioned something about the priest at the sanctuary of Athena Pronea. He said this was the final thing they needed to get rid of Socrates.
I'll take care of the priests.
Evet, priest'i de halledeceğiz.
Well, please, give this to Socrates. It hurts me to say this after all I've learned from him, but I have a family. I can't risk being caught up in whatever this is.
So you're going to stop being his student?
It feels I have no choice. Maybe one day that will change.
I'll be sure to give him the writings.
Thank you. Make sure he stays safe. The world will be a worse place without him in it.
That student gave me an idea. Xanthippe said there was a symposium. Maybe I can convince the others who were there to help Socrates. I'm not sure why the priests want Socrates gone, but I need to take care of them.
Burada daha yapacak bir şeyimiz kaldı mı? Önce quest'imize bakalım. Deposition, operation, persuasion, check. Birçok görev oldu şimdiki. Focus'te şunu na gidelim. Nerede? Yakında mı? Tamam. Oraya hızlı geçiş var mı? Yok. At bineceğiz. Tam hareket halindeyken bu değişimleri yapmıyor.
Come on.
Haydi bakalım Phobos. Şehre girmeden dedik ama hızlı hızlı gideriz, girdik. Hoppa. Hoppa.
The watch will be vigilant here.
Oho, bir sürü. Bunlar sivil mi, asker mi? Asker, kültistler. Zevkle öldüreceğim. Önce biraz assassin yapalım şöyle bir. Tamam. Senin de işin bitti. Şunu şöyle alalım.
Thugs and want to get rid of Sokrates.
Ay şerefsizler size.
Testify against Sokrates.
Demek ki Sokrates'i öldürme teşebbüsünde bulunan karaktersiz, cibiliyetsiz ve bir şeysiz işte. Hepsi bir şeysiz. Din adamları işlerine gelmediği fikri meseleleri hemen Tanrı adına konuşuyormuş gibi hareket ederler. Şimdi gidelim halledelim. Sokrates kurtulamayacak. Çünkü Sokrates doğru için ölen adamlardan bir tanesi. Tutuklanıyor ve kaçmak istemiyor. Kaçarsam diğer suçlulardan ne farkım var diyor. Böyle enteresan bir adam.
I need to talk to them.
Bakalım şu filozofla bir konuşalım. Persuasion check.
Maybe I can convince them to stand up for.
Felsefeye hazır
Do
olun.
not students take what they learn from their teachers? What then if the teacher is wrong? Does that not simply perpetuate these wrong teachings amongst future generations?
You assume the students aren't wise enough to understand the flaws of the teacher. Think of those who came before us. First Thales, then his student Anaximandros, and then Anaximenes.
Anaximenes,
Without the teachings
Anaximandros.
of those before him, it's safe to say Anaximenes would not have reached the conclusions he did.
I
Ufaklık
don't think
kim
that's
acaba?
true at all. Oh, perhaps this new phase can offer a different perspective.
I didn't hear a single thing you just said.
Is that so? Well, let me simplify it quickly. Thales taught Anaximandros, who taught Anaximenes. Wouldn't you agree that students learn from the failings of their teachers?
A student gets to take all the knowledge of their teacher without needing to come up with answers themselves. If they're smart, they should surpass those they studied under.
An astute observation. The time saved by receiving the knowledge allows the student not only to expand on the ideas, but to come up with more of their own. But what if the student expands on ideas without first seeking the truth behind them?
If we listen to others and take what they say as fact, we have only ourselves to blame.
So, no matter who is speaking, student or teacher, we must spend time trying to understand if what they say is even true.
Your appearance betrays you, Mystius. Clearly, you've taken on a teacher of your own.
Something like that. He's the reason I'm here. Sokrates needs your help.
Sokrates? Ha! If it's another debate you want, it will be hard for us to decide who
Ayrıca
hates that man more.
Aristoteles mi acaba
Why
arkadaki?
would we help him?
Yo, büyük de Aristoteles
It doesn't matter if he's your worst enemy.
pardon.
If they're willing to
Platon.
imprison someone
Yok,
like
Platon
Sokrates
büyük de
only for
herhalde.
his words, what's to say they won't do the same to you?
So, you want us to help out of fear of being imprisoned ourselves?
I don't care why you help. If I hadn't said his name, would you think it was right Sokrates was locked up?
If it's as you say, and it was for his words, then no.
And aren't you afraid it could happen to you, too?
Of course. If we can't speak our minds, what else are we to do?
If you believe that, then you should help.
Fine, fine. You've made your point, and you've made it well. Sokrates deserves our help, but we don't give it lightly.
That makes it worth even more.
We'll be on our way then. We'll gather some others as well. Make sure our voices are heard. Believe it or not, we're pretty good at causing a scene.
If you're like Sokrates, that's not hard to believe.
Wow, I've never seen someone
Stokles.
convince them so easily before.
Is that so? I guess I should feel proud. I'm surprised to see a child here.
Is there an age at which it would suddenly be okay to debate with them? What then of the night before I turned that age? Should we be prevented from doing what we wish due to the world's view of us?
I regret doubting you at all.
Thank you. There are few things greater than gaining the understanding of another.
On that, we disagree.
Disagreements can lead to even more understanding.
You're the first kid I've met who'd rather debate than play.
Don't tell the others, but I'm envious that you're a student of Socrates. I hope one day to be as well.
You're on the right path. What's your name?
Aristocles. Although I've never liked that name much.
It does sound like countless others I've heard around Athens. Why not choose another?
I can do that? Huh. My brother always had a problem saying my name, so he called me Plato instead. Perhaps I'll use that.
I like it.
Thank you. Well, I better hurry after the others. Here.
I should return to Sokrates before the trial starts.
Evet, Sokrates'in yanına döneceğiz galiba. Haydi dönelim bakalım. Yanlış yöne atladık. Yerimi değişti Sokrates'in. Keşke imkanım olsa idamına engel olsam ama tarih onu öyle yazmış. Yobaz dincilerin cinayeti olarak. Gerçi biz de küçük bir cinayet işledik ama yani bunlar da din adamları da katil, değişen bir şey yok.
Sokrates, you're here.
I am.
What happened? The trial couldn't have taken place that quickly.
Had I been given the chance to defend myself, it would have been quick indeed. But unfortunately for me, I was let free before I could.
That's good news.
Apparently, those who had charges to bring against me were found dead. And evidence they claimed to have went missing.
It sounds like someone was looking out for you.
There were also some people protesting my arrest, I was told. I have to ask, did you have something to do with this?
Do you really need to ask?
No, but you still deserve the chance to answer.
Did you have time to find an answer for the Pythia's words?
I thought it would have taken much longer than it did, but the moment I stopped thinking about it, it came to me like a flash of Zeus's lightning.
We should get you home. I'm sure you'll be more comfortable there.
In some ways, that will be true. In others, well, Xanthippe will decide that. Being free feels good, but I don't believe Xanthippe will be happy with me.
She has a good reason to be mad this time.
Evet. Sokrates şimdilik
We argue often about how I need to be careful with what I say and where I say it. This will only give her more cause to bring it up.
That doesn't sound very fun.
Oh, you misunderstand. I love it.
You do?
People see Xanthippe and believe it is her beauty that drew me to her. But it is her argumentative spirit I lost for.
Nobody ever likes that about me.
Having my opinions and thoughts challenged helps me to refine them and to grow as a person.
And she likes these arguments?
Oh, I doubt it. But it is in those fiery moments that her spirit is strongest, like an untamed horse.
Don't call her a horse to her face.
I'm afraid your advice is a bit too late.
kesin bununla muhabbet edecek.
Get somewhere safe, Sokrates.
To die!
Did I see that?
Oo.
I wonder what that was about.
Things I do sometimes hard to know.
Let's hurry back before anything else happens.
Sokrates'i öldürmeye kalktılar. Ama affeder miyiz? Affetmeyiz.
You came back. Finally. I'm ready to return to Athens. I've had enough of Phorkys and his talk of the Pythia.
You will be happy to hear I have no need for her words any longer.
Ah, then something positive came out of this after all.
I just remembered. A student of yours has been taking notes of your teachings. He wanted you to have them. What did you do that for?
Nobody asked him to write down my words.
Even so, why not keep it? Share it with others.
Because of a story I was told as a boy.
All right, let's hear it.
The king of Egypt, Thamos, was visited by the god Ps4. Ps4 offered the invention of writing to the king and told him it was an elixir of memory and wisdom. But Thamos disagreed. He believed the people would no longer use their memories, for they would simply read instead. These written words would not offer true wisdom, but only the appearance of such.
You don't want your own words written down, so others can't use them to pretend to be smart.
Much like creatures in a painting, the words sit there unmoving. If you ask them a question, they will preserve a solemn silence. And no matter how many times you ask, they will only ever say the same thing. They cannot defend their message.
That's the part you like. The defense of your words.
All who speak should defend their words if questioned about them. That is why I choose to speak and not write. That is why any words of mine that last beyond my final breath will be those that people choose to remember. Those words will be true wisdom and not an illusion.
I should get going. I'm glad you're free.
As am I, although, if you allow me, there is something.
I doubt I could stop you.
We like to believe that action means progress, but it's control that's so truly desired. The more we do, the more control it seems we have, but the less we allow for others. If we grip too tightly, we'll find we've crushed what it is we're holding on to.
Meaning?
Meaning we must sometimes let life unfold without trying to influence it.
I'll keep that in mind. I almost forgot. In your letter you said you had something to ask me. What was it?
You know, I've completely forgotten now. Take care, Cassandra.
Stay out of trouble, Sokrates.
Evet. Bitmedi mi Sokrates görevi daha? Evet, görevi burada bitirmiş bulunmaktayız. Sokrates Trial. Evet, iyi günler.